Hello everyone, Chris, letter from a Sherman, December 2024. This was what Chris promised for 2025. 2025, a focus on playability. As we jump into the new year, 2025, our primary focus across our Star Citizen teams is clear: improving playability. Our drive for playability surrounds three critical areas: performance, stability, and content. By the way, this is not the first time that Chris and CRG were talking about playability. Here are just a few examples. Chris already played the card playability at CitizenCon in 2018, more than 7 years ago.
And we're running a live game, and that's sort of the epiphany that we've had internally, which is, okay, we need to focus on how the game plays now. We've got to improve the quality of life. We've got to improve the user experience, the UI, how you get into it, make it accessible, ensure that the gameplay right now is polished. We're not there yet, but we are definitely working towards that every single release, and that is a priority for us.
Yeah, Chris thinks we are stupid. Chris thinks we forget. Chris can just play the same hand again. So I thought maybe I can find more. Let's see.
We evaluate where we are, set priorities, and make adjustments while also looking at quality of life issues in the current gameplay.
Are the things that we want to address for quality of life, or things we could do in the game to make the gameplay right now feel better? Because ultimately, the amount of functionality that we have actually in the game right now, if it all works together and works well, is more than a lot of release games. Sea of Thieves just came out, and we have like more variety of missions, hell of a lot more ships, a bunch more stuff that you can do, and a lot more area to play in.
Gameplay is getting a lot of attention this quarter as we are trying to focus on quality of life improvements and upgrades to current in-game systems and features.
Things that we're trying to fix towards 3.5, which are more like quality of life improvements and making sure that it's as bug-free as we possibly can. I think just general fixes and basically quality of life stuff. That's been a major one.
We've had a lot of talk lately about a renewed focus towards quality of life fixes and making the game as it is now more enjoyable, more stable. What can you tell us a little bit about what that plan is for quarter 4? I know we've got 3.7.1 on the P2 right now. Take us through what you know.
Yeah, so 3.7.1 is up on PTU now. There's definitely, when we went live with 3.7.0, there were some issues, there were some bugs that we definitely wanted fixed, but we wanted to go ahead and get 3.7 out the door. So we're working towards those things, and we're trying to get that live. And then yeah, looking ahead to this rest of this quarter, I think we definitely want to do at least one more point patch, and then we'll obviously have 3.8 at the end of the year. And you're right, like there is a absolute push right now to get more focus on quality of life fixes.
And we've also been shifting to quality of life staggered development, which is, you saw a little bit of that in Alpha 3.7. We're more serious about that. So we've moved the teams to 6-month cycles. We're still delivering patches every 3 months, but the teams themselves get 6 months to work on their features or their content that will go into whatever patch they're sort of designated for.
Is there still a small team working on quality of life bug fixes? The game keeps getting new stuff, but there are still loads of persistent bugs that make playing what we have frustrating.
It's actually company-wide.
Hey everybody, the upcoming 3.17.2 patch looks to bring with it a variety of new gameplay opportunities, bug fixes, and quality of life improvements.
We also have an expectation that teams account for time to address what we call quality of life issues and bug fixing. And so along with the feature development commitments, because we would need to develop this specific feature, we ask for teams to account for unknown unknowns, we ask for teams to account for tech debt, we ask for teams to account for quality of life and bug fixing. And so it's just a matter of what percentage of the team's times are spent on each of those allocations. And often new feature development dominates the team's schedule, but there are times where we pull those levers around and we say, okay, we're going to need to spend more time on quality of life this quarter, or more time on bug fixing, or more time on tech debt.
We are in year 14. CRG is at well over $1 billion in funding. Don't just look at the tracker on CRG's website. CRG also has private investors, for example, the Caldas, which gave Chris at least $80 million. But playability is still very poor. Just look at Spectrum and Reddit right now. There are lots of threads with many game-breaking bugs. Let's talk about stability, playability and bug fixes in 2025. Stability. CRG has made Star Citizen a lot more stable in 2025. We still have 30 Ks but far less. Recovery after a crash usually works. However, right now on 4.5 Live, we have quite a lot of crashes to desktop again. My rating for stability, 5 out of 10. Playability. Playability in year 14 with more than $1 billion in funding is still poor. We have massive interaction delays and dysyncs. Freight elevators are bugged in some locations again. The Iron Man movie UI is terrible. Item interaction and inventory system still one of the worst I have seen in any game. We still have overlapping hangars and sounds. Ship elevators still don't work reliably and are very slow. Cargo still gets lost on freight elevators. 4.5 patch already shows massive signs of degradation. Doors are stuck open in contested zones. It is nice to finally get engineering, but there are a lot of bugs with engineering and many ships are too fragile now. We have lots of game-breaking bugs. My rating for playability in 2025, 2 out of 10. Bug fixes. CRG says they have fixed hundreds of bugs in 2025 and I believe them. However, it feels like we got hundreds of new bugs. In addition, old bugs coming back again and again. My rating for bug fixing, 3 out of 10. Chris claiming 2025 will be the year of playability once again didn't exactly come true. Actually, this is as true, read not true, like all the other claims of playability we heard from CRG over the last 10 years. It seems to me that Chris is only interested in eye candy, fluff, time sinks, cool cinematic and his interactive movie Squadron 42. Chris does not care about the PU, except, he wants the sweet ship sales, so he can work on his interactive movie Squadron 42 even more. There will be Chapter 2 and 3. 2025 was by far the best year in funding ever for Star Citizen with $155 million. As long as people are still throwing money at Chris like crazy, nothing will ever improve. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen. I mean, the sounds are messed up anyway. For example, when you're on space stations in an elevator to your hangar, you can hear all kind of sounds. Oh! Flicker, I went up internal elevator and I died. So you have one big cargo elevator. Okay, what happened now? What is this? I didn't spawn the Pisces. Okay, I'm confused. Anyway, you might get some vehicles inside. Okay, are now Pisces left. I guess 2 hangars overlapped. Okay, that's too funny. Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter or on Blue Sky.